strap yourselves in, because this is one of the big brain 400th IQ things that you will ever hear in order to deal with climate change. Louis Gohmert, talking to a House National Resource Committee combating climate change, talking to the National Forest Service and Bureau of Labor Management, says something that is so insane that it will blow your mind.
And I understand from what's been testified to, the Forest Service and the BLM, you want very much to work on the issue of climate change. I was informed by the immediate past director of NASA that they have found that the moon's orbit is changing slightly, and so is the Earth's orbit around the sun. We know there's been significant solar flare activity. And so is there anything that the National Forest Service or BLM can do to...
Now, here's the thing. Before we go into this, the fact that he uses it as BLM is kind of weird, because BLM has a different type of connotation now. So if you're like listening to this, just this part of the clip, you think what he's asking is if the National Forest Service and like the Black Lives Matter movement can you load? Thank you. Are the ones that he's asking this question to, but it's not. He's asking the National Forest Service and the Bureau of Labor Management. He's about to ask them this particular question. Right, but not because of what BLM actually stands for, because of other things. But I need you guys to hold on. He's about to ask the National Forest Association and the Bureau of Labor Management a very important question on dealing with climate change.
Change the course of the moon's orbit or the Earth's orbit around the sun. Obviously, that would have profound effects on our climate.
I'm going to play that back for you one more time. Louis fucking... This is the funniest thing I think I've ever seen. That's what, telling everyone I'm back? Yeah, all right, we're back. Good. This is Louis Gohmert asking the Bureau of Labor Management and the National Forest Service if they could change the course, the orbital course of the moon or the Earth in order to deal with climate change. This might be my favorite clip I have ever seen in my entire... I'm sorry, the more you look at this, the stupider This man should be removed from Congress on this statement alone. What? The actual... Holy fuck. I'm sorry. I hope you guys appreciate this. We are in IQ territory that has never been perceived on this planet. And this is the first time I've seen this. Obviously, I had to see the context of the clip before I showed it to you. But, like, it is so much dumber the more you look at it. I'm going to. I just need a second to gather myself. I'm going to make it louder. I'm sorry. So, once again, for those of you who are all joining us, we're now watching Louis Gohmert. He is talking to the Bureau of Labor Management and the National Forest Service. He has prefaced this by saying that scientists have seen that the moon's orbit and the Earth's orbit around the sun have changed slightly, and that could lead to issues in climate change. He's going to preface this question based on that. And I'm sorry, there's a good chance I'm going to spend another 2 minutes laughing about how dumb this is.
Or BLM can do to change the course of the moon's orbit or the Earth's orbit around the sun, obviously that would have profound effects on our climate.
I would have to follow up with you on that one, Mr. Gomert.
Now look at this. This fucking woman is a goddamn hero. It's the Bureau of Labor Management. I don't know why he calls it BLM. He didn't mean Black Lives Matter. He meant the Bureau of Labor Management. But it is funnier if you think it's BLM. Look at this fucking woman's face. Like, what the fuck? The fact that this woman is not cackling in laughter is just like a goddamn credit to her. This is like...
Yeah. Well, if you figure out a way that you in the Forest Service can make that change.
First off, even if this was a question that you thought was like a possibility, even if on some level you thought this was a logical solution to climate change, that we would change the orbit of the moon or the Earth, why the fuck would you be asking the National Forest Service instead of like NASA? Because he prefaced this by saying, I've spoken to people at NASA. Why the fuck would you? I'm sorry. I hope someone clips this in the future and then the title of this is Louis Gohmert Breaks My Brain. Like, this isn't even dementia. This is somebody living in a parallel... I want somebody to ask him what train of thought led him to believe that the National Forest Service or the Bureau of Land Management was capable of altering the Earth's or the Moon's orbit instead of asking NASA. This is... What the fuck? The more you think about this, the dumber it gets. Like... No, there's not even brains functioning in it. It's just a sack of meat. It's like, you know when they say that like people only have like 10 brain cells left? He has like 3 and they're working overtime. I'm sorry, this is like, I know this is too much into this bit, but it's like, it truly is so incredible that this clip exists. This man said this thing. Like, I would give any amount of money to be in to just see the reaction of everyone else in this meeting when he fucking said that. You know what? We're gonna look this up. So we're gonna look up the House National Resource Hearing. House National Resource Hearing on Climate Change. This is from February 11th. Alright, I want to see if I can find this. 6/8/2021. I can't. This is so stupid. Wait, is this a thing? Are these, like, I know he said some dumb shit, but like, are these other Alright, I'm sorry we're like overloading on Louis Gohmert, but it really, like, I can't. It's too funny. I want to see the rest of this committee. What are these other statements? Louis Gohmert thinks global warming is good because it will need more plants. This can't be real. Oh, this is how long ago? 2015. So to be fair, it's 6 years ago. Is this the whole clip? All right, I don't need to see that. This one is definitely real. Oh, look, guys, I don't know what to tell you here. There's the race is over. This man is the dumbest person in Congress, like ever. This is no longer debate. He needs to be removed from Congress immediately. Nobody this stupid should have any power. He needs to be in an institution where they can take care of him, because he clearly does not have the mental capacity to take care of himself. Like, where can I find this? Louis Gohmert tooth falling out. Was he one of the people who rushed the room?
Loves America and he
Wait, where does it have that actual clip? Oh, it was his crown that fell out. Okay. That's if my crown's fallen out a bunch of times. Holy shit. Guys, I think we need to watch this again. I'm sorry. To new viewers, this is not generally what I do. But this is a special occasion. This is the dumbest sentence you will hear from a living human being at any point in your lives. It is indisputable that this thought process. I think we need a documentary style investigation into what the fuck he was thinking. There is no reason anybody who has this train of thought should be anywhere near power. I'm sorry. It's just unbelievable. For those of you who just hopped in, this is Louis Gohmert talking to the National Forest Service and Bureau of Labor Management, which he calls BLM for some reason. He prefaced this by saying that he spoke to people at NASA. So he's already spoken to people at NASA. And then he said they are telling us that the moon's orbit and the sun's orbit and the Earth's orbit have changed slightly, and that might cause climate change. He's talking to a woman at the National Forest Service and says this incredible line.
Thing that the National Forest Service or BLM can do to change the course of the moon's orbit or the Earth's orbit around the sun, obviously that would have profound effects on our climate.
Here's what I want. I want some person, and okay, Champ Kid. I want, and I'm gonna put this up on Twitter too. And I don't have that much of a big, and I want somebody to do this. I want a person to draw up an actual proposal from the National Forest Service and the Bureau of Labor Management in order to change the Earth's orbit around the moon. And I want them to present it to Louis Gohmert. I would pay any amount of money to be in that meeting. That would be the funniest thing I've ever seen. I don't know if you guys remember this. You remember that town hall meeting they had a couple years ago where that woman was coming up and she was ranting about the illegals, and there's the guy in the green shirt who's fucking dying? That's going to be me this whole... I'm saving this clip. This is my favorite clip of all time now. I can't. Whenever I'm feeling sad, I'm going to watch this. I'm going to try to find a guy in green shirt laughing. This clip is just... This is me every time I see Louis Gohmert now. It just... Anytime you hear Louis Gohmert talk, you have to remember he asked the Forest Service and Labor Management to change the orbit of the world. He didn't ask fucking NASA, who gave him this information. He asked... This fucking guy. This is exactly how I feel.
You're in direct violation Mayor Rothschild, see you going back to Congress.
Look at this fucking guy.
Maybe you guys ain't worried about your home. Does not change or defy immigration laws. That is Congress's job to change immigration laws.
All right, we're done with this. I'm sorry. It was just there was too much. Hold on. Oh, the U.S. is going to buy the Pfizer coronavirus to send to the world. Yeah. So thank you all for bearing with me for this. I you know what? When I figure out how to do this, or if someone can help me explain to this, I want to make my intro to my stream now Louis Goldberg asking that. I want to figure out how to clip that and put it into my stream, like to the lead up in my stream. Because I've seen Dylan Burns do it for like songs and stuff. I want to know how to do that. I think that will make my streams infinitely better by having them open up with the dumbest thing ever said by a person in Congress. And now, you know what? Let me actually make it further. I challenge somebody to find a dumber statement that. All right, hold on. I gotta pull myself together.